fighting like a demon, but more edgy, right? You know, because I'm a sword.
I fucking hate Aatrox. That being said, I love Aatrox. See, the thing with Aatrox is that, like, all of his matchups up top are super fucking bipolar. So either you get completely stomped, or you completely stomp. And it just, I mean, you could play passive. I mean, if you are, what's the word, a femboy, you could just play passively the entire game and get CS and then eventually become at least something. Or you can have a big pair of massive bull testicles and go in even though you're 0-2 and fucking wipe the floor with those goons. Your choice. And yes, if I really do want to win and, like, you know, show any skill in the character, I will play passively or aggressively depending on the character, but half the time I'm just trying to relax and just have a good time. So most of the time I'm either feeding or I'm stomping. It's usually nowhere in between. I just want to duel and skirmish with people, which is why I fucking hate you. Why would you do this to me? Why would you go jungle and to go 2 top laners and on top of every top laner you could have chosen, any top laners, you chose the 2 most overstocked kits in the fucking game. I fucking loathe you. I hate you on a personal fucking level, and I'm so glad we won that game. Just to fucking smear it in your face, dude. I was so mad that I even devolved to the lowest form of humanity. I'm sorry. This just burned my soul too fucking hard. And to be fair, playing passive with him isn't very hard on account of his Q and his passive. His passive being a poke that heals him and has a reduced cooldown for a funny build later on that I'll talk about. He also has his Q, which is long penis, sideways slap, and if you get someone in the fun zone, it does a ton of damage and you just kind of heal a shitload because his E gives him passive omnivamp depending on the level of the E. It can give him a shitload of health back just from one fucking hit from this thing. So you really want to get him in the fun zones or else you're going to fucking kill yourself. And I mean that quite literally. You will run into a fight and die if you don't get him in the fun zones. Speaking of his E is just dash, which is very funny because, literally this is just fucking the manta ray's ability to dash, but worse in, like, every way. Like, how, I mean, like, late game, this fucking manta ray can just dash through walls, and it makes this guy's E obsolete. I fucking hate the manta ray. It makes me want to fucking kill myself. This character just needs to be nerfed through the wazoo because it's fucking stupid. His R makes me wonder why he's not in the pentakill universe instead of Kale, where he unfurls his wings and basically gets a buff to every single stat and just wants to fucking roll you.
Come! Fight! Die!
He used to have a thing where he could just be like, I don't want to die. And it was like a passive guardian angel, but they got rid of that. So now he just resets the cooldown on his ult, which lasts for a certain amount of time, and then it'll go away if he doesn't get a kill. It also does a little bit of fearing. It scares away all the minions, which I guess is cool. So with all this long penising, bitch slapping, and John Cenaing around, what are you gonna be using to do all this John Cenaing? What type of runes do you bring? Well, y'all fucking know it. It's Conqueror. What else does the fucking healing guy bring? Like, what character does a ton of healing that doesn't bring a Conqueror, bro? Oh wait. Oh. Besides that guy. Okay, well, fuck you. And he also will bring, depending on what you would prefer to do, dueling or being alive, you bring Eclipse or Core Drinker respectively. Honestly, I tried Eclipse, but it just doesn't work out very well. Like, 9 times out of 10 you just die and you just look like a fool even though you did a ton of damage. But there's a lost build, a lost to the meta, and one man brought it to light. The jungle crit Aatrox build. Dear God, this thing is beautiful. Blade of Drakthar with Essence Reaver, Bloodthirster, and the Collector. He becomes a force to be reckoned with. His whole deal now is to quickly pick someone off and then run around like a little Master Yi wannabe, then just insta-kill another guy, and then repeat the process until he completely wipes out an entire team one by one, which is very fun. I've only played one game so far while I'm recording this, and I'm probably going to pick up another one after I finish this voiceover, and I love this so fucking much. It's so fun, but I probably should try to be a little bit informational for once, because penis. So, what is his role in the video game? Well, he's a fighter, or if you go jungle, he's the assassin. And honestly, I don't like his playstyle. He's just not my cup of tea. He's really fun to try and play, but like playing him for an extended period of time, it really shows that I'm not very good with his playstyle. He's a very fun character, but it's just not my playstyle at all. I don't like controlling the battlefield this way. I like exerting control through being beefy and CCing the shit out of people who even get close to my little Sorakas, which I mean I couldn't really do with Aatrox because 1, I suck with Aatrox, and B, I just suck in general, and C, I have a little micro dick. One last thing I have to say about this whole role in the team comp thing is that he really can't play the role of a tank. It just doesn't work for him, and you really do need a tank on your team half the time, or else your front line crumbles really hard. So you kind of force your jungle or your support to go tank, which can really suck in like normal queues because 90% of the time they really don't want to do that and they just go whatever the hell they want. So then you kind of just get rolled because you have no front line, and also you just suck. But yeah, that's the last I'm gonna say on that because that's a little too excellent. That's me acting like I know anything about the video game, and I don't know much. I'm not very good at the video game. So let's talk about the real character, not the mechanics, not the gameplay, the real character in Runeterra. Huh? I don't do that much because well, sometimes I just don't care. Like Kane I should have talked about a little bit more because he had some really funny lines, especially Rost with
So that's what dying feels like. Good thing I'm immortal!
Which, thank you random commenter for pointing that out, because they are funny. Like, a lot of these characters are inherently funny a lot of the time, especially most of the dark ones except for fucking Varus, man. Fucking Varus. I swear to fucking God, his only fucking point in this universe is to be the butt of the joke like Mr. fucking Mimi over here. But there are inherently two sides of Aatrox. The very funny, ironic, demon that they make fun of the tropes and all the funny shit of him being the world ender and all that, you know what I mean? Like with this line.
Nice world you have here. I intend to destroy it, you know, FYI.
Which is generally my favorite line to listen to and whenever I'm just waiting around, because like how funny is it to just hear him being awkward about ending your world? I don't know why, I just find it funny. But there's also the part of him that's actually a character, where he is the world ender, he's the monster at the end of the fucking Dungeons and Dragons campaign. He is the final boss, you know what I mean? Like Mordekaiser, just a monster, like a guy that keeps coming back in this suit of fucking armor. But this guy is literally made of fucking a sword, and he will not die. He will always come back. He will always have infinite power. He will always be there to try and end your world, and eventually he's probably going to fucking succeed. Which is kind of spooky, you know?
I am damned, but I will remake this world in my dark image.
My favorite part about his lore is that he has a very big rivalry between Pantheon and himself, where they always bicker back and forth. And I think at some point in, now that it's actually the guy, which is, I don't know if you know this, but Pantheon is the name of the god. The guy is named like Atreus, I think, or something like that. But the guy actually keeps fighting Aatrox, and now they have dialogue between each other, which is how the god died, is because he fought Aatrox. So now they always have dialogue with each other, and they always have bickers, but they have parallels with each other, with Aatrox being spiteful at the gods and Atreus being spiteful at the gods, but going about it in completely different ways and having completely different reasons for going at the gods, which is a very interesting dynamic, I would say.
Pantheon! I will crush your godhood! I will eviscerate your ideals! Even your memory! I will trample!
But getting back to the funnies, Aatrox also has some funny quips at other characters, because he has nothing much to do with a lot of these characters. He's just the bad guy who makes fun of them, because that's his thing. So a lot of the time he's just making fun of other characters and poking fun at their character tropes and stuff like that.
A lightning squirrel? Thank you! Your death will amuse me!
Which is one thing I actually was going to put in the Smash Bros edit that I do for every character that comes out, is that I was going to actually put Riven, his voice line for Riven, which is this.
Now your body matches your blade, Riven. Broken and worthless.
Because he narrowly beat out Riven, because more people, like one more person voted for Aatrox than they voted for Riven, which was kind of fun, which I thought would be kind of funny, but it just didn't really fit, and I just thought this would be a better fit.
I am not a king, I am not a god, I am worse.
But yeah, there's a lot of lines of him roasting the Darkins, especially the Fields of Wheat one that I pointed out in the fucking in the Smash edit. I very much like that one. And there's also the double A thing, which is something I referenced in the fucking Kane video.
Return again to your prison, Varus. Think upon your worthlessness.
But in conclusion here, Aatrox is very, I don't know how to explain it. He's a very big character that I would pick up if I'm kind of bored with every other character and play him for a minute and really love playing him, but if I play him for a prolonged period of time, I just want to die because there's just too many bad matchups for him. And Jungle Aatrox is probably one of the best Aatrox builds I've ever seen because it's just more fun. I've had some fun as normal Aatrox, don't get me wrong. I've gone on huge killing sprees as full gore drinker bruiser Aatrox, but the problem is that it's just boring. I don't know, I just prefer being able to one shot everyone, because I mean, in this meta, why would you have a role when you could just kill everyone and play the easiest character ever that looks like a fucking thing from the deep blue fucking sea? I fucking hate you! So here's the mandatory selling section. If you like the video, like. If you don't like the video, dislike. And if you have any suggestions or any ideas or whatever, put them in the comments. I read through every comment, I swear, as long as they're not like a mile long somehow after this video. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.